What's up, guys? I'm Evan Wick.
And I'm Patrick Spray.
This is episode 16 of
Washed Up.
Good to be back.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
be back.
It's cold out.
Back on a consistent. Yeah, I know. I got my boots out. My van boots. What do you think? Do they count as boots? This counts as boots in California. They're warm.
Thank you. Thank you for this. Those are not boots.
These are California boots. Gets the job done. They're kind of sick though, right? Waterproof, weatherproof. I'm prepared. Hey, look, I took a hiatus in California for 4 years. Give me a break.
All right.
It is winter though.
Yeah, it's cold, dude. Out in New York, it was like 65 degrees, perfect fall weather. Walking through Central Park, it was great. Then I get back here, and it's like freezing.
It was snowing during the Badger game.
Yeah, I know. You just want to talk about how you rush the field, don't you?
I rushed the field. It sounds a lot cooler than it is. They literally opened the gates and were just like, all right, come on in.
They let you guys? So you guys didn't actually rush the field. They're just like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, but we get to say we rushed the field. I mean, we were 2-6. They had to let us do something. So
That's the prize for having a sucky team. You guys get to run on the field.
yeah, for beating Washington though, that was kind of a big deal. They were ranked, right?
Like 24th.
They're ranked. We were 2-6. You know, like I don't like I guess the transitive property works even more poorly in football.
Oh, yeah.
They had beat Maryland.
He does say Maryland.
Maryland.
That was the thing on our last podcast. He's like, I don't say Maryland.
I don't think I do.
You just did it again.
You're putting emphasis on the land, but that's not the point. Washington had beat Maryland, and we lost to Maryland 37-0. So I'm going into the game thinking like, oh, this is wraps. We're not gonna. Maddie posted on her story. She said comedy night, and a picture of the football field. Comedy night.
Yeah, I saw that. What does that mean?
Well, like it's a joke.
Okay.
You didn't get it?
Not really.
I thought it was funny.
Well,
She's smart.
I wasn't putting too much thought into it. Like, you guys obviously did. I'm sure it was funny if I would have thought about it.
She wants to be a comedian, really, at the end of the day.
You think so?
Yeah, she would love to go up on stage and perform and be a comedian. She'd love that.
I would watch a stand-up.
She's not so good at wrestling though, which is what we're talking about. What happened this weekend, Pat? Bill Farrell, how'd it go?
It was actually kind of fun to watch. First time I've been out to New York. First time I've been to the Bill Farrell, obviously, but got to coach both Matea and Cadence for the AWA RTC. Rough weekend, but we'll learn from it. We'll get better.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot more opportunities to go and qualify for World Team Trials.
Did you get a 99-cent slice of pizza?
No,
I told you to do that.
I didn't see any. I saw $1.50.
Did you get any pizza?
I did. I got 2 different places.
Were they good?
You know what? It was kind of a letdown.
Dave Portnoy scale 1 to 10.
Like both of the places, just my experience for New York pizza.
I would give one and then give the other.
I would say altogether, the pizza was probably about like a 5 or a 6. It wasn't great.
Amy had some terrible.
Yeah, like I said, I was let down.
You've had better pizza in Madison?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta try the pizza in Madison, but that's tough. I definitely think that New York has better pizza, but
Hot take.
that's not a hot take. Yours is a hot take. Yeah.
I'm not saying New York doesn't have good pizza. I just didn't go to a place that had good pizza.
Yeah, I guess you got to go to New Haven. What stood out about the Bill Farrell?
A couple different things. I thought earlier in the day I was watching Bo Bartlett, and I was just like, wow, this guy's actually like really good.
Okay.
He's just super impressive with the way he got good pressure. He's defending. He's reattacking. Like, he just looked really dynamic. And then I left before the finals, but I watched a live stream of it on YouTube. And Basset kind of did what he's always done. He just puts the pressure on guys. He forces them into backing up and taking poor shots, and he just capitalizes. Like, I don't know. I heard another coach saying this. I think it might have been Kevin Jackson, and he might have just been rambling. But he was just like, yeah, you got to go out there and wrestle tough. You got to know that it's going to be a tough match. And the more I thought about it, I think I started to understand what he was saying. It's like a lot of these higher-level guys, like me and you have talked about, they have something to lose, right? If you're wrestling a freshman when you're a senior that's been 3 or 4-time All-American, you obviously the guy that has all the pressure with a good freshman coming in. And I think that Basset kind of puts that pressure on everybody he wrestles just because he's so young still. And I almost feel like some guys start to clam up because they're afraid to get tired and look gassed against a high school kid.
Yeah, I will say I was really scared to lose to a high school kid when I was a. I mean, I didn't think it would happen. It ended up happening anyway. But now that it's happened, it's kind of like, all right, forget it. Like, I think you just at this point you got to be ready to scrap with someone whether or not they're 18 years old, or
Yeah.
26 years old.
Yeah, it's just kind of that mental battle, and I feel like Bartlett all day looked dynamic, scoring a lot of different places, and he looked like a shell of himself, honestly, in the finals, in my opinion.
Yeah, what I thought was interesting was that Basset before when he wrestled him last time and beat him by like 1 point, he kind of played the game. He didn't look like when Basset wrestles high schoolers, but
Yeah.
this match it looks like when Basset wrestles other high schoolers, and it worked.
Yeah, we can kind of dive into this maybe more in depth on a different podcast, but like the way he kind of wrestles with this hand fight, I don't understand why more guys aren't shooting on him, which kind of leads me to think they're afraid to get tired, so they're taking less opportunities.
Yeah, but I just think that they try to hang with him in the hand fight when they should just be clearing hands a little bit more. Like they're trying to like go out there and bang with him, which is kind of a
He clears hands elite
yeah,
level.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I don't know. What about you? Did you get to watch anything?
I watched that match. I watched a lot of the highlights. I didn't go in and watch. I mean, like these events. What's unfortunate is there's so many good matches. Like you got Bartlett versus Happel, and you got Latona versus Basset, Basset versus Bartlett. Like that's a ton of matches to be watching. And then there's so many other weights. You know, you got Melvin Miller at 70. Like there's so many matches in here. But no, I didn't like thoroughly study the matches other than like when I watched Basset versus Bartlett.
I will say I think I'm probably early on the Melvin Miller hype. Like last episode, I was pretty hyped up about Melvin Miller. Watching him in person again against these like international guys, even though they're Americans.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little early on the hype. I think he's going to be good, right? I just think that he's still got some more development to go to be competitive on that level.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same kind of pressure that Basset has.
No, he's very collar type, cross pick, collar type, near pick, and then just being athletic after that, right? From what I'm seeing, I'm not saying he's not a very good wrestler. That's just from what I saw this weekend. That's kind of where he was.
He's excellent. I mean, he crushed the guy in the Who's Number One finals.
Yes, yes.
So I mean, he's a really good wrestler. But you're saying your hype is that Melvin Miller might be Basset good.
And I don't think they're at the
Marcus
same
believes.
level right now.
Yeah.
No.
There's some high schoolers who are just out there that are really good right now.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Melvin Miller kind of didn't perform. You know, it's sad. He's such a young kid, but didn't perform the same way everyone thought he would. You know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. But yeah, he didn't perform the same way everyone thought he would. But you said he wrestled Parker?
Ian Parker, yeah. And that was kind of where he kind of broke in that match, honestly. Like, he went out, early lead, slowly started to give up pressure in the hand fight. Parker, I was sitting on Parker's side, like, you know how they kind of go up to the mat, and I heard him talking to the coach on his way over there. He's like, he's gassed. He's gassed. I got him.
Really?
That's what he was saying in the corner.
Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Parker's a dog.
So that's when I was like, well, let's see. And then he goes out there, and he just continues to put the pace on him, and it looked like he was feeling it.
Yep.
So he kind of broke in the match, and I was kind of impressed by that.
I don't know if this is normal, but I have a lot of respect for the guys who wrestled in college, maybe didn't do as good as you thought they would.
Yep.
Parker. And then come out in the senior level and kind of kill it.
Did you know that he's an assistant coach over at
Virginia?
UNI?
Oh, he's at UNI, yeah.
Yeah.
He went Iowa State, Virginia, UNI. Yeah.
I didn't know that. But
I didn't know he was the assistant coach. I think he took over for Lee Roper.
Yeah, Drew Foster's there. They have another coach. I don't know who it is, though.
Well, Parker Kekaisen's still there. But
Yeah, but he's not a coach.
he's an RTC athlete.
Speaking of Parker Kekheisen, he got pinned in the finals.
Yeah, but
Stepped over on a gut.
he was going to tech him, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was 9-0. Went for another gut, got stepped over and pinned.
Tough, man. I've only seen that one other time. Gabe Dean versus Taylor Lujan. And there was $20,000 on the line.
That was a long time ago.
I know. Oh, no, Thomas Gilman. Remember when Thomas Gilman got pinned in the Rokfin duel? Who was he beating? Zach Sanders. Zach Sanders stepped over him and pinned him.
Don't remember that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't remember.
A couple good matches like that.
Last thing that we can kind of use to transition off of this, unless you have anything else on the Bill Farrell. I mean, it's an early season tournament for a lot of these guys too. So,
Yeah.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
What do you think about them going forward for the next couple of years?
I really thought they were fizzling out. I don't think that now.
No,
No,
I don't
no way.
either.
Especially like you were saying, if they could keep Latona, if they can keep Andonian, if they can keep all those guys. And, the good question is going to be when Henson comes back after redshirt, does Basset start that year or does Basset redshirt? Because they'll be on the same team. It'll be Bo Basset and Caleb Henson on the same team. That could be pretty.
Do you think Andonian moves up at that point? He looks big at 57.
Andonian's graduated.
Oh.
Andonian graduated.
Wait, so who's all still there? Like, is Latona still there?
Well, they're
Or
training.
age-wise, I mean?
I don't know if Latona still has a year left. I think he's done.
So those guys are pretty old, actually.
Yeah, they're old. I don't think Latona won't be there when Basset comes there, but Caleb Henson will.
Yeah.
And
I
they'll
would
probably
imagine that they probably end up finding different weight classes.
Well, they'll for sure find different weight classes, but are they going to start the same year? Because that'll be big. That's title contention at 2 weights for Virginia Tech. 2 NCAA champions, big.
Yeah.
And then that's even more momentum for them.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I think that's a question the coaching staff is going to have. But does Basset want to start first year?
I mean, why not?
Why not?
If you're beating Bo Bartlett.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's folk style, but it's like, dude, put it out there.
Yeah, he's definitely a title contender. I think maybe a year ago it was like, everyone was asking whether or not Basset had it. He's got it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it. He could do it. You beat Bo Bartlett that bad? What's Bo Bartlett? A 2-time finalist? No, a third, second, third? Big. That's big.
Right.
He's a finalist. He could have been a finalist his senior year as well. Yeah, I think Basset could very well start. What's the point of going to Virginia Tech unless you're trying to build the program? You might as well go there and start right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's the most opportunity to build this program.
What do you think that got them there? Do you think it was money?
I
think training
so.
partner. I saw Jordan Oliver there too. Is he helping out at Virginia Tech?
I don't know.
I thought I saw him in the corner for Virginia Tech guys with Jared Frayer as well.
Freyer's definitely there.
Yep, I know Freyer's there, but it just seems like they're surrounding a lot of good guys around that group.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think they kind of have a good nucleus going forward. So we'll see kind of how that all plays out going forward.
Jordan Oliver will be good. But, yeah, I do think if I'm a betting man, I think that Basset starts that first year.
I would.
When he goes. Because, I don't think that it was necessarily a money thing. Virginia Tech probably had to pony up and give some money.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it's Basset wants to go somewhere where he can build the program and be responsible. Like David Taylor goes to Penn State, and he's kind of like the guy. I think that is kind of what he's thinking going to Virginia Tech.
Right.
Hey, Melvin, let's go to a school where we can both be responsible for building this dynasty here. And if you're going to do it, start your first year.
Right.
When Caleb Henson is still there and he's a returning NCAA finalist / NCAA champ.
No, I agree with you. I think it makes sense for them to want to go there. So
yeah.
Plus, I think Roby's actually a really good coach.
Yeah, Roby. They have a good
Frayer,
system.
Tonelli.
Yep.
Good coaching staff there.
Because even when Coach Dresser left, that was kind of like, all right, are they going to fall off? They haven't fallen off.
Nah, they've been really consistent.
They had, Mekhi Lewis was their first NCAA champion after Dresser left.
Right.
And then they have Caleb Henson. Yeah, the program's in completely good hands with Tony Roby.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Speaking of head coaches who could be, but that's for later.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about this last weekend. Should we just go straight over upsets? Should we go over matches that we liked, or should we kind of go tournament by tournament and just pick out a few different things?
Whatever you want. You go ahead.
All right. Well, let's just go go over some. Let's go Oklahoma State versus Stanford first.
Big duel.
Big duel. I think most notably, Valencia, who was number 23 or something like that.
Yeah. Is it bad that when I saw that upset, I was like, dude, how are you going to lose to Utah Valley and then go and beat the number 2 guy in the country? You have every right to do that. But I just feel like
this is kind of my point about Swiderski, though. He's so hot and cold.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a dog, but yeah, I guess that's. But is that evidence that he's hot or cold? I think that's evidence that Aiden Valencia is hot and cold.
I guess it's an indictment on both of them at this point.
Aiden Valencia almost beats Real Woods. Real Woods has to do a belly flop takedown in order to take it down last second. And Real Woods goes and makes the team. He goes and makes the team after that. I don't know what you were thinking when you were watching that, but I was like, I don't know if Real's definitely not going to take it.
I couldn't believe that he was the guy.
Not going to beat Joey McKenna, right? And that bracket was nails. And Real Wood makes the team. And Aiden Valencia think he beat him at the Open.
He did beat him at the Open.
Aiden Valencia beat the United States World Team member, and then lost to Utah Valley, and then beats Casey Swiderski. And this guy, he's a California guy. He's had this reputation for a while. Like, he could beat an NCAA champion and then go to Doc B and lose to some random high schooler.
Which is crazy. Like, why?
Yeah. But so I don't know if we give up on Casey Swiderski because of that.
I'm not giving up on him. I mean, obviously, Valencia's a tough kid.
Yeah,
who's got a lot of really, really good results. So it's not like Swiderski's out. I'm just saying, like, the consistency with some of these guys is non-existent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With Aiden Valencia, I mean, it's frustrating to an extent, but it's also cool to be like, all right, he's got it. He just doesn't know how to have it against guys that he should beat.
Right. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Lockett over Garvin.
Yeah, not an impressive match. 2-0, right?
2-1, but yeah.
2-1.
I mean, Lockett's an unranked guy who beat number 4 Garvin, so I mean, it's notable.
Yes. Expectations are high for Lockett though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's Messenbrink's. He's the hope to beat Messenbrink, but that.
Do you think that happens this year? I don't know if it's going to be year 1 for him.
It's either happen year 1 or year 2 because Messenbrink's graduating.
I know.
But that would be one way to solidify yourself as one of the best. If I'm talking to Ladarian Lockett, I'm going,
right.
Hey, look, if you want to be considered one of the best in this sport, you beat Mitchell Messenbrink.
Yeah, you got to go get him.
Yeah.
All right, one more match, and then we'll talk about probably the big match of that duel.
Okay.
Robideau. Is he a true freshman?
I think so.
I think he is a true freshman, right? And he goes out and he beats Cardenas, number 5, 11-2.
Bad.
Whooped him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of impressive.
Cardenas is good, as if that weight class wasn't stacked enough. I mean,
what do you do
Cardenas has beat Shapiro like twice.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, dude, this weight class is going to be nuts. It's bonkers. 157 is bonkers.
Where does he go up to? I mean, he just beat number 5. I'd have to look at the rankings again, but like incoming true freshman beats number 5 Cardenas. Where does he go up to in the rankings?
Well, you got to know more about it, but know more about how he actually performs consistently before you rank him at number 5. But he's top 10.
Doesn't go up top. Yeah, he doesn't go up top 5 yet. But
he's top 8, I'd say, probably 8.
It's a big jump.
Yeah, well, then where do you put Cardenas after that? Because Cardenas is placed like 3rd. I did say place.
That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, massive win for Robideau. But let's get into your California versus California boy.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the Battle of California right there?
Well, the true California boy did not win.
It was a crazy match, though.
Yeah.
He had him on his back, and Knox just chips away.
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
But I just think, I don't know. I guess he doesn't have it. Someone boy does not have it. But I mean, I think Knox is he's an All-American.
You think he doesn't have it now?
Well, I'm just
because Figs put him on his back and like damn near had that match, and he doesn't have it now.
Well, I mean, he came back on by Tyler Knox, which is not a crazy loss at all. But you got to solidify that. You put someone on their back, and you're up by 7 points.
Match,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't hold on to that. That says a lot.
I do think that. I mean, yeah, how you can't hang on to that win kind of really hurts you for the rest of the year. But hopefully he adjusts and gets better from it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead.
He definitely. I mean,
first duel of the year.
He's known. I mean, I think he's a 3-time California State champ. He's good, but I think it's been said before that he has clutch gene. He definitely didn't have it last year at NCAA's, but that wasn't very clutch.
No, it was on bye this week.
Yeah, he's not on his game.
But any other matches you want to talk about from that duel?
Well, no, but I just think they completely smoked Stanford, which Stanford's a great team.
Yeah.
Stanford's a great team. I think Stanford scored 7. It was like 30-7.
Yeah, it wasn't a good duel.
Yes, but I just think we got a pretty damn good team here, and we got some competition for the NCAA title between Oklahoma State, especially like you said, Robideau.
Yeah.
That's big.
Well, Flo, I remember hearing Flo talk about how they were like, you got to put Robideau in there because you're trying to go out and win these duels, and you have to kind of see who you have at 150, or was that 57, right?
57.
Yeah, you got to see who you have at 57 with either him or a couple of the other guys. Carter Young, I think, is over there, and so is there's one other guy.
I'm throwing in Robideau.
Oh, why not?
If I'm the head coach, I'm throwing it. Yeah, you want to compete right away. Is this just one? Is this a one-off match for Lockett? Is this one of his 5, or is Lockett actually are they going to pull his red shirt? I think that
I
takes
think the
more time.
national duels actually only counts as like one in total though because it's a tournament.
Ah, so you can have
It's
more matches.
events. It's not matches.
Okay, okay.
So I think everybody's available.
Yeah, I think it probably a little bit more time before we throw out Lockett, but Robideau is definitely. I think he should be your guy. Beating Cardenas that bad,
Yeah.
very impressive.
Who's their 65 otherwise besides Lockett?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it is Lockett now.
It's got to be Lockett.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lockett. But they got a good team.
Yeah. No, they do.
And Facundo, I don't think. I know I saw Chael Sonnen talking about Facundo beating Levi Haynes. I don't think Facundo has what it takes to beat Levi Haynes now. I know he beat him at 74 kilos at the Olympic team trials a year and a half ago. I don't think he's got what it takes right now.
I would be thoroughly shocked if he beat him in a match.
Thoroughly shocked.
Yeah.
Thoroughly shocked. Haynes is good.
I'm with you on that one. We can talk a little bit about Wisconsin boys a little bit. We'll do this one first. Herm. You know Jacob Herm?
I know the name.
True freshman over at SDSU.
Yeah.
Beat former All-American Peyton Keller from Ohio.
Nice. Wow.
13-7. So, and Peyton Keller, I think, is ranked, top 15 right now. So, I mean, that's a true freshman getting a top 15 win right there. What do you think about that?
That's impressive.
Yeah, I
Genuinely
agree.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Especially returning All-American.
I don't know if he's returning. I think he All-American 2 years ago.
It's always, I mean, whether or not they are an All-American the year before or 2 years ago, it's always, especially as a true freshman, to beat a returning All-American. That means a lot.
For
Like,
sure.
That's a flex.
For
That's
sure.
A flex. Yeah.
But
So yeah.
you want to talk about Wisconsin at Iowa State?
Yeah, for sure. We had two champs. Fugit at 133, Nicola Rivera at 125. And I got to say, I was not impressed with Nicola Rivera in the room. I think he's kind of hot and cold. But he is competing well this year.
Yeah.
Like, he can really compete well. And so, genuinely impressed that he won this tournament.
Kind of a gamer.
Gamer.
I would say I know a couple of the weight classes were tough. Not all of the weight classes were tough. I don't have it pulled up, but I'm not trying to take anything away from either one of those two that won the bracket. But I think good wins for preseason tournaments still. Not as deep of a weight class, I would argue.
For at 125?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, this tournament wasn't stacked. Although I think Utah Valley is better than most people would suggest.
And we can talk about that. Utah Valley's number 22 Evans beats Joe Zargo 5-0.
That's the same guy.
That's the same guy that beat
Aiden Valencia.
Valencia.
Yeah,
So I mean, he's had two highly ranked wins to start the season. So maybe that guy's a little underranked.
Very, very underranked. I think there's probably going to be a few, just because I know Adam Hall and he's kind of comes from that NC State system. I really think that there's a case to be made that he was responsible for a lot of the progress that NC State made the last few years. And now that he's at Utah Valley, that program's on the up and up.
Yeah.
So I'm a big believer in Utah Valley. Whatever they're ranked, I'd bet that they're probably going to be ranked higher later.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. And so when I see, and also like we talked about last podcast, they're going to be at Camp Randall this year wrestling the Badgers.
Yeah.
That'll be a good duel. That'll be a good duel to watch.
I got to figure out when that is. Make sure I can go.
Yeah, but and I think Eggum lost to a Utah Valley guy.
I think there were a couple matchups with Utah Valley versus Wisconsin.
Yeah.
A lot of Iowa State versus Wisconsin matchups as well. You want to talk about Bastida and Amos?
Yeah. So I mean, in my humble opinion, I think that Braxton Amos is the best in the room. I know Fugit is a returning All-American. I think he can do it again. But when I watch them wrestle in the room, when I watch the wrestle-offs and stuff, I mean, granted, he's not wrestling very great guys. It seems to me that Braxton Amos is the most dynamic. Duh, he was the pound-for-pound #1 recruit coming out of high school. But really, when I watched him the last few years when he was at 97, it was kind of like, all right, I mean, what does this guy really have?
Yeah.
Wasn't super impressive. But watching him now, I don't know. He's like 250, 260. He really made the move up to heavyweight nicely.
He's a big boy now.
Big boy now. But he wrestles well. It almost looks like he moves better now that he's bigger. But yeah, he had the match. He had the match with Bastida. I would have never said that. I would have never thought, even what I saw in the wrestle-off, I didn't think that he had what it took to beat younger Bastida.
So last week you were kind of saying that Bastida beating Gadiali is a big win for him, but you're still not kind of sold on Bastida. You were saying that last week. And I would think that I'm probably more along those lines right now than I am on Amos going to be an All-American.
I think Amos can be an All-American.
I'm not saying he can't be. I'm just saying I'm dragging my feet just a little bit on it still because
Well, you're saying you're dragging your feet on whether or not he will, like you know he will be. I don't know he will be, but I think he can certainly be. I wouldn't be, you would be shocked. You'd be
I would
shocked.
be, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it.
Really, I wouldn't be shocked if I saw Amos. Pound for pound number 1. He's looking good. Had a great match against Younger Bastida. Younger Bastida wasn't an All-American.
What'd you think about that last takedown? Him in deep on a high crotch lock lift.
I
He
thought
just kind of
Braxton
loses
was
the leg and then he bellies out.
I thought Braxton was gassed. Not good.
Yeah.
Didn't look great. But nonetheless, he's in the match to beat who was at one point the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the country. Has wins over Lucas Davison, over Wyatt Hendrickson. That's a big win.
Yeah,
I mean,
loss.
that's a big loss.
Yeah.
Big almost win, which means nothing.
Yeah.
But he's in the match. He's in the match.
He was in the match.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it was kind of status quo looking at the North Dakota State match. So things looked pretty good at the North Dakota State match. It was kind of status quo.
Did Julian George get hurt?
He did get hurt.
And Cody Gable actually beat another ranked guy.
Took second.
Yeah, he beat another guy that's ranked higher than him. So, I mean, like I said, I think that they're still kind of jockeying for position. I know that the wrestle-offs might have gone one way, but we all know that that's not everything that these coaches put into who starts in their lineup.
It would be silly to make just the wrestle-offs the determining factor.
Oh, I agree.
Like, there's so much that goes into competing against another person than, like, just beating your teammate.
Right.
Like, beating your teammate means a good amount. I mean, obviously, if your teammate's an All-American and you're beating them, that means you're a pretty good wrestler. But, yeah, I think Cody's just very unpredictable. But if you wrestle with him every day,
Yeah.
it's
You're
not
going
that
to start to figure
unpredictable.
some stuff out, right?
Yeah, it's not that unpredictable.
Kayla Anderson had a good tournament. I think he got beat by the Utah Valley guy, actually. But I think he took third.
Yeah.
He beat Riggins. He beat Riggins.
Aiden Riggins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 9-2, I think I saw.
Damn.
So I mean, he kind of put it on him.
Oh, we're looking good. That's a good team right there. Not bad.
No, I mean, I think Wisconsin right now, we kind of put that poll out on Instagram. I would kind of agree with the minority. We had a lot of interaction, actually.
Let me see it. Because so I know we had a lot of interaction. Let me double check.
Thanks for interacting, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for interacting. We can go through the comments too, although wouldn't be very favorable.
135 responses.
Okay, I'll go too early to tell, and let's see. Wow, everyone's saying too early to tell.
Yeah, I think I'm
agree.
kind of in that group as well.
And actually, majority, we up. Not a lot down bad. Although the comments, down bad.
Yeah,
Who's
well,
commenting is down bad.
yeah, there are some comments that are down bad. But I would agree. I think it's too early to tell this year. I definitely think that we're probably arrow trending up compared to previous years, especially last year. Last year was not.
Last year was terrible.
It was not a year that people were excited for.
Yeah, and I guess like I can empathize with the comments where it's like back to what? I
Yeah.
kind of see what you're saying. But also last year we were competing for what are there 14 schools in the Big 10? We were competing for number 14.
Yeah.
And now we're competing number
It might still be too early to tell, though, too, so we'll see.
I would comfortably say that we're probably competing for number 9, 10.
I would agree. I think
Maybe if we finish 8th in the Big 10s, I'd be satisfied. Very satisfied.
you wouldn't be satisfied. You would be.
Considering what the programs was at last year, yeah, we finished 8th.
Yeah, it's
Middle
definitely a
of the
step
road
up. I'm with
from
you.
dead last. Yeah, it's definitely a
It's a
step
step up.
But here's the thing. I don't think we beat. I think we could. Obviously, Michigan State needs to step up their game. We could beat Michigan State. We could beat Northwestern. We could beat. Who else?
IU.
Indiana.
Yeah.
No, we don't beat Indiana.
You don't think so?
No.
I think we're competitive with them this year.
Probably more competitive with Illinois than Indiana. Would you say?
I would not say that.
Illinois got a damn good team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
So I'm confused. Are you saying that we're not going to beat Indiana and that we would beat Illinois?
I think we probably have a better chance of beating Illinois than we have Indiana.
And you think Indiana is better than Illinois?
I'd probably have to look at the roster a little bit more, but
I would urge you to. I don't think you're right on that.
Well, I think Illinois had a good season last year because they had the Broncos and they had a few seniors. Although they're heavy.
I mean, they're
back.
still like a top 10 ranked team this year.
Are they a top 10 team this year?
Let me double check. I'm
Wow.
almost positive.
I was not aware of your game, Indiana or Illinois. But
I
no.
mean, Illinois is at the National Duels Tournament. Indiana's not.
Yeah, you're right. I was not aware of your game, Illinois. I figured since the Broncos were out, they probably didn't have a good team. But
What?
they do have Scoles. They do have
They have Scoles. They have Lucas Bird still. They have Cannon Webster, who's a top 10 guy.
Webster.
Like,
And their heavy is pretty good.
who is it?
I think is it Luffman?
This can't be Luffman still. He was there like.
No, he redshirted. They have Luffman.
There's no way Luffman. Is he like 8th, 9th year?
No.
I've got to look this up. Sorry, guys. This is bad radio. But
2025, 26. Luke Luffman. Yeah, he's
there is no way that
Yeah,
guy
he's
is
in.
still in college. That guy's got to be almost 30.
All right, so I'll eat my words on that. Definitely don't have a chance of beating Illinois. But I do still stand by the fact that Indiana's got a good team. They did lose DJ Washington though. That's big. That's a returning All-American.
Go
But
ahead.
yeah, there's a few teams we could beat. But yeah, I think we're competing for number 10.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm seeing how many years he's been here.
Look up his Russell stat. You can find it out.
I think he's on his 7th year right now.
7th year. Yeah,
That's so many.
dude with COVID
I know.
totally changes the game. Although, thank goodness we're almost out of that ballpark.
Yeah, I know.
Like the last
7th
few
year
guys.
seniors is kind of crazy.
Dude, there were some 8th years.
It's still crazy.
Utah Valley always has an 8th year. Used to always have an 8th year because
But
of the Mormon mission.
we can kind of circle back to the Instagram comments. Let's get into the national duels real quick, and then we'll kind of get to more like obscure topics.
Okay, national duels, fire. I'm ready for national.
I'm ready for it.
Honestly, this probably, if you're a wrestling fan, I don't care what you have going on. I don't care what football match is going on this weekend. This
Football
is for
match.
sure the biggest. First place gets a $200 grand prize.
I know, I saw that.
Second place, $150K. That's insane. That's sick.
Second and third are the same,
Yeah.
150. But all right, I'll just read through the names of the teams that are in there, and you kind of give me your top 3 of who you're excited to watch this weekend.
Okay.
Okay, Arizona State, Cornell, Illinois, Iowa, Lehigh, Little Rock, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, NC State, Northern Iowa, Oklahoma State, Ohio State, Virginia Tech.
Well, I'm looking at the matchups right now. Obviously, a school that stands out to me right now, Ohio State. They're just solid at every single weight. If you're going up against Ohio State, there's no dude on any other team who's going, okay, I got the easy guy in the Ohio State roster. Like every guy in the Ohio State roster is nails. That's a tough team. Minnesota, Charlie Millard. That'd be sick. I get to watch Charlie. And Max McAnally. And Lehigh. How is Lehigh going to do? Corey Crookham. They've got Luke Stanich. They've got, what is it, Sheldon Seymour?
Yeah,
Lehigh stands out to me. Now, Lehigh has, dude, every single one of these duels is like a rock-solid duel. This is going to be sick. Lehigh, Nebraska, that's going to be a sick duel.
that's going to be a sick duel. Round 1 is kind of crazy.
41, will that be Stanich and Brock Hardy?
Yeah, we're going to find out right
Dude,
away.
this is what I'm saying. Look, all these matches are the same day, almost the same time. 9 a.m., 11 a.m.
Yeah,
like,
so they have the top 1, 2, 3, 4 matchups going on early.
This is what pisses me off is like we're not going to be able to watch all these solid matches. You know what I mean? Like Ohio State is going to be wrestling Wyoming. Forget about it. Okay, but like within a 2-hour time span, Iowa is going to wrestle Missouri. Lehigh is going to wrestle Nebraska. Oklahoma State's going to wrestle Cornell.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like,
Arizona State versus Michigan right away. Virginia Tech versus Minnesota right away.
well, I mean, Myron Shapiro is going to wrestle. Who's that freshman we were just talking about from Oklahoma State? What's his name?
Rebido?
Robideau. Like, that's going to be happening at the same time that Aiden Sinclair is wrestling Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, we need to make sure that like that content is getting out because
Do we know that are they streaming this on Flow? Yes.
on Flow.
I'm going to have 5 different screens up.
Yeah, exactly. They need to have that. They need to have like 4 different screens.
Kind of
of
like what
duels
they
that
do
are
for
going on.
NCAAs.
For NCAAs, yes,
Yeah.
because there's just so much content right now. that's going to be getting out of this. That's going to be sweet.
I'm excited to watch Ferrari versus Sinclair. How do you think that's going to go?
Ferrari versus Sinclair. I think it's going to be the most exciting, boring match you've ever watched.
Yeah, I think it's going to be decently slow.
Yeah, because Ferrari's not. I mean, at least when I watched him wrestle Plot, when I watched him wrestle Strachey, they weren't the most exciting matches.
Yeah, and Aiden's more of just kind of using other people's pressure against them with like drags, his outside step high crotch. Like he's very dynamic in his own right, but he really needs guys to kind of wrestle back into him for him to kind of really showcase it.
Yeah.
And Ferrari's a really good job of just like biding his time.
Yeah, I don't know if Ferrari's going to be shooting too much on Aiden.
I wouldn't.
Aiden's probably the hardest guy to shoot on in the country.
Yeah, I was saying it since he's been a sophomore, dude. His hips like are the heaviest I've ever felt when I'm shooting on somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
That was sophomore in high school.
That'd be a solid match.
I'm excited to watch it. I'm actually kind of excited to watch Seth Mendoza, young guy for Missouri, going up against Nazir Bailey at 141.
I think he could beat Nasir Bailey.
I think that's a match where he could kind of break out onto the scene first round of the duels too.
Iowa did not look good their first duel. They were also Presbyterian.
Yeah,
Some close matches. I watched the whole duel.
really.
They did not look that great. No, other than like Drake Ayala. Drake Ayala crushed
I
his
don't
guy.
think Missouri's going to be able to beat them though. I just don't.
I don't know because Missouri had kind of a tough tournament at the Missouri Open. I think Cam Steed lost, got upset. A couple guys got upset.
Twice.
They got beat twice. That's not good. But no, I mean, I wouldn't put my money on Iowa getting upset. But they did not look good against Presbyterian.
Yeah.
They didn't look good.
You want to pick a winner,
Come on.
or do you want to just react when we get back?
Just react when we get back.
That's
Look,
fair.
I like my hot
This guy's a
takes.
coward.
I like my hot takes. Come on, no. Don't call me a coward, bro. I have
guy's
the
a
hottest
coward.
takes. I have the hottest takes, but I'm not about to say that Missouri is gonna beat Iowa.
Yeah, no, I'm not either.
First round. 8 versus 1. Is that even 8?
I don't know how these are ranked right there, or seated. I mean,
I think it's 8-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
it'd have to be 16.
Oh,
No?
16-1. I'm not about to say a 16 is gonna beat a number 1. So yeah, let's react later. But Illinois versus Little Rock. Bianchi versus Scoles.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's big.
that is big.
How do you think it goes?
Bianchi returning All-American.
Very, very impressive. The fact that he's a returning All-American. Is he returning 6th or 7th or 8th?
I don't know.
He's 7th or 8th. I don't know which one. But no, he's good.
I mean, Scoles is ranked number 9 right now too.
That'd be a really good one.
I'm excited to watch that. 2 Wisconsin boys.
You think that makes them extra nervous going into this match?
I mean, I'm sure it's something.
2 AWA guys, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, 2 AWA guys. Yeah, that'll be sick. I will take Bianchi.
You'll take Bianchi. You're more into like the individual matchups, not the dual picking.
Of course.
I mean, honestly, I think Nebraska's probably going to go pretty deep. Them versus Ohio State, I think Nebraska beats Michigan. Minnesota versus Ohio State, if that happens, if they both kind of beat their first teams, I'm excited to watch that round 2.
I will take Ohio State over Minnesota.
I will too. I just feel like Minnesota could be a dark horse there.
They could be.
But no, nonetheless, if you guys aren't doing anything this weekend, you guys should get on Flow and watch this. It's awesome. There's a lot of money that's involved too, so high stakes. Did you see that they're giving every team there $20,000 just to show up, and then each round they're going to give one team $10,000, but almost like a bonus.
And then you get the $200K if you win on top of all that?
Yeah.
Wow. All
So I mean, say you get the $10,000 bonus the entire time, you get the $200,000 if you win, plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what? Another $40K plus the 20 you got for getting there. You can get $260,000 if you win the tournament, and you get every bonus.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I mean, what's that? Does that go straight to the university? Does that go to the club for?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Like, how does that work? I'm kind of excited to see what that can do.
Well, I mean, considering that, I would bet that it probably goes to the university, or at least I don't know if it goes into NIL.
Could you imagine if like a Little Rock, one of the smallest schools here, goes all the way to the end and gets all that money? What that could do for a program?
Yeah, and they're already doing so good considering the fact that they weren't even a program.
But they're probably a team that doesn't have the most funding.
Oh, they definitely don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you influx of $300,000 to them. It's like what could that do for their program going forward the next couple of years? So that's pretty awesome that they got a small, tough school in there that kind of just give them a chance.
Yeah. It is exciting. I'm looking at this bracket. I think bottom side substantially harder. Who do I think is going to come out of the bottom side? Either
It's
Ohio
deeper.
State or Nebraska. And I'm going to go on that one with Ohio State.
I'll go Nebraska.
Go Nebraska. So I think Ohio State takes it.
I'm cool with that.
Although they do have look at that. Like, they're going to wrestle Minnesota in the round of 8 in the quarterfinals.
I think Virginia Tech's a tough team for Minnesota, but I definitely think Minnesota gets them. I think Arizona's kind of the same way for Michigan, but I still think that Michigan probably takes it.
Michigan takes that.
Yeah.
And then Nebraska takes Michigan for sure.
I think so too.
I'm pretty comfortable with that side, but yeah, I do think Ohio State has their work cut out with Minnesota. But Ohio State is a good matchup against Nebraska.
Agreed.
Yeah. Going to be sweet to watch.
I'm excited to watch it too.
I will be watching that thoroughly this weekend when my girlfriend is not.
Yeah, when you're in Chicago again.
High Rocks. Yeah. They'll be watching the Indiana versus Wisconsin football game. I will be watching this. This is the biggest. This is probably a bigger event. You know, CKOV is pretty big. This might be a contender for the second biggest event in wrestling, other than NCAA's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and honestly,
The national duels in the past has never been this big.
never.
So
Never.
it's got to be the money influx that's creating such hype around it all.
Yeah,
But-
kind of upset at Penn State for not showing up, but that's a topic for another time.
Yeah. Well, we've already kind of hammered that a little bit,
Yeah.
like in the previous episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take it away?
Is that it?
No, I mean like back to the kind of topic about the Instagram.
Oh, the Instagram. Yeah, so we got a lot of.
I'll let you kind of set up the stage of what we're doing next.
I thought that reading the comments. I did not look at the results of the poll, but reading the comments seems like people are still very frustrated at the state of the program, and I totally get it. And I don't know. I think we probably have to give another year before we really see what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I think you got a lot of good incoming freshmen. I think the guys on the team are performing better.
There's some momentum with the program right now, so I think it's a little bit too early to say fire him.
I'm with that. I think it's a little too early.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, I think maybe
Yeah, there's been opportunities in the past. Well,
Yeah.
I'll just call it like it is. It's
not the right time now.
Exactly. Right now is not the right time.
so. But who were Bono to be let go from the program?
And honestly, we can phrase it this way. We don't even need to do Bono because let's assume he stays, which we think he is. Let's just say if a next Wisconsin level job comes available, who would we think would be the best coach going forward for that?
I'll go ahead and say who is the next best coach for Wisconsin. I'll just say it. My top 3 picks would have to be Hahn, South Dakota State, Troy Steiner, Minnesota, Brian Snyder, Nebraska. Do those guys
I
leave?
would say, do you think any of those guys leave their current positions? Because I don't.
Steiner?
I think Steiner likes being the RTC coach there. I think he's pretty well established in Minnesota.
I think if you put the University of Wisconsin job in front of them, I think most of those guys
That could
would
be.
take it.
I think Snyder's going to stay in Nebraska and take it over when Manning's done. Manning's been looking kind of old on all of the Instagram. We were talking about that.
Old.
He looks a little old. Sorry, Manning. I think Snyder's the next coach at Nebraska. So I don't think Snyder's available. I'll be honest. I think Hahn, I could see that happening, but I think he's pretty well established there too. I think he likes it there. I think he's developed a really good coaching staff. I think he's got guys that are developing there.
He does, but it's kind of plateaued. But nonetheless, I do think that if you dangled the Wisconsin head coaching job in front of him,
Well, it's not okay. So let's say this: like we're dangling the Wisconsin head coaching job. It's in the Big Ten for sure, but it's not like we have the funding that other schools have. It's not like we have any more notoriety than SDSU has. Like, is the city different? Yeah. Is the city bigger? Yeah.
No, I totally disagree. I guarantee you our funding and our funding potential is substantially higher at University of Wisconsin.
The funding potential is higher, but the funding history is not.
Well, the funding history. Well, for one, Barry Davis was not a great he wasn't great at getting donations from donors, and I don't think
Would
he
you say
prioritized it.
I mean, no offense, but Bono's been here for 6 years. I don't think that we've heard a massive influx of money's been coming in. It's always like we need more. Like, guys, we need you guys to give us some money.
Yeah, but from what I've heard is he's not very good at keeping relationships with the guys who actually do support the program. Like I know there's people who are here who are chomping at the bit for the program to be excellent, and it's just been undercapitalized.
Yeah.
I do think there's absolutely some opportunity. Bono and Reeder have really good salaries. I think you could make an excellent staff. I mean, I think you can make an incredible staff. I think that they're still at 9.9, if I'm not mistaken. I think that there was talk about them going down to 6 or 7. I think they're at 9.9.
Really?
Yes, I think they're at 9.9.
Okay.
So no, I think that yeah, absolutely. I think it's totally different. Our program is totally different than the opportunities at South Dakota State. Are there some more difficult things here at Wisconsin than there are at South Dakota State? Sure, but the opportunity at Wisconsin substantially greater than the opportunities at South Dakota.
I'll kind of give you a couple of different names I had thought of. I think Neil Ayresman, the head coach over at Little Rock.
Great pick.
I think that he is probably one of the next guys that's going to get a notable job.
Okay.
Just because he's taken Little Rock from nothing to a pretty prominent school now that's got All-Americans, that's wrestling at the national duels. He's shown that he can develop guys with minimal budget.
Is he your number one?
I would think so. Just because he's been a head coach, he's what's the word? He's advertised his marketed, gotten some money, fundraised. That's the word I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He's fundraised for a program. He kind of
struggling to find that word earlier as well.
Fundraise.
Yeah.
I got there, but I think that he would probably be my number one pick, just simply from. Now I don't know the guy, so I mean maybe.
No, he's done great. Little Rock was in a program 6 years ago. They had 2 All-Americans last year or 2 years ago.
I think Derek St. John's kind of another name. An assistant coach over at Iowa State. He's been there for a couple of years. Former high-level wrestler at Iowa. I think that he's a guy that could kind of crack in there. I think he's younger, so he could kind of be a notable name going forward too.
My trepidation there is that it seems like Iowa State has found success because they have the exact opposite of what you suggested. Wisconsin, they have insane donations coming in.
You don't think that they've had any development of their mid-level guys?
Cody Chittum didn't develop.
I would say Frost did.
They were pretty good when they came in.
You don't think they developed?
I think
I
they
think we're kind of
developed.
being too critical at that point.
Well, I mean, am I being too critical when I say that Cody Chittum didn't develop? He was top 5 pound for pound.
No, but I mean, how many times has he transferred already? Can we blame that on just Iowa State?
Well, he stayed at Iowa State for 3 years.
Okay.
Casey Swiderski left.
Are we going to say that Facundo didn't develop well enough, so that's a Penn State indictment?
Well, no, Facundo just didn't start. Cody Chittum started.
I understand what you're saying, but you got to realize what I'm saying too. Is they do have guys that have developed on their team.
Yeah,
You're going to
for
pick
sure.
out the one guy who didn't develop that was a high-ranking guy,
so
but not do the same thing for other teams as well.
So then how's this? They've been very stagnant the last few years.
Are we talking about Iowa State?
Iowa State's been very stagnant the last few years.
I would agree. They've taken some steps back from the hype that they had a couple years ago.
Yeah. So that's my trepidation in hiring Derek St. John. Also, why Derek St. John? Why not Brent Metcalf?
That's a good question. I think that Brent Metcalf's a little bit higher up in Iowa State's ranks, so I could see him wanting to stay there with Dresser a little bit longer. Maybe he's kind of the Brian Snyder there.
Okay.
But that was just my thought.
Okay. Who else?
I mean, I don't know if Tony Roby would leave Virginia Tech.
Doubtful. Head coach. But yeah.
He is a head coach, but so is Neil Ayresman.
Yeah.
But I think Jared Frayer would be a close second for me there.
Okay.
I could see him moving on, maybe, because Roby's still pretty young. He's pretty well established. Maybe Frayer's ready for his own job.
They're tough.
Plus, I think Jared Frayer was an assistant coach at Wisconsin a while ago.
He was.
So, I mean.
So was Ryan Morningstar.
I know. I had a list of 11 names yesterday. Morningstar was on there. I just don't know if I see him leaving Iowa. He's so Iowa guy.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's got a lot of loyalty considering I would say that Spencer Lee probably has a better shot of getting that job than he does, that head coaching job.
You're thinking how long down the line for that?
Not very long.
Spencer Lee's not going to be the next head coach at Iowa. I'll bet money on that.
I think there's a good possibility Spencer Lee could be the next head coach at Iowa.
How many years down the line are you thinking?
5. 4 or 5.
How old is he right now? Probably 27.
26, 27, yeah.
Nah. I would take that bet. There's no way in 5 years.
In 5 years?
I'll take 5 years.
I mean, I'm not going to shake hands on this. It's 5 years down the line. I could hold on to
Last episode, you're calling me a coward because I wouldn't do it. Now you're not going to do it, coward.
Well, it's 5 years down the line.
Coward.
I'll do it, but I do think, look, David Taylor just got the job. That's huge. David Taylor gets the job at Oklahoma State with no coaching experience, no head coaching experience, college coaching experience. I think Spencer Lee very well could be the next guy.
David Taylor's also like 35 years old.
Yeah, at that point, Spencer Lee will be 31, 32.
I just don't see it. Sorry.
All right. Good talk.
Good talk.
Who else? Last one.
I had a couple different like mid-level names, like Cody Caldwell, but he hasn't been a head coach yet. I like him. He's at SDSU. He's been there for probably 6 years. He's got a good relationship with a lot of different coaches. I think Adam Hall over from UVU.
Yeah, but he just got the head coaching job.
He just got it there, so I could see him wanting to stay a little bit, but
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's honestly probably one of my favorites.
I think I like Neil Ayersman the best, though.
Yeah. Just on because Adam Hall recruited me to be one of their guys. He recruited me at NC State to go wrestle for him.
Yeah.
And then he recruited me to be the assistant coach behind him.
At UVU?
Call at UVU. I went on a visit there. Very organized. He has a vision. I think he could be excellent at a high-level program.
Yeah. I think it might be another couple years for him just to kind of see like how he does at UVU as the head coach.
He's doing excellently already.
Already, I agree. But just like kind of they want to see some consistency with it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think John Reeder could be.
John Reeder could be good.
I want to.
But I do think it's unrealistic that the program does take John Reeder.
Yeah, I don't think that the Wisconsin program would switch over to Reeder instead of Bono. It would have to be kind of like a pass-off thing if that was the case. But I think
Bono would have to quit.
Or retire. But yeah.
Retire, yeah.
But I don't know like what the plans are for those guys. But I could see John Reeder wanting a head coaching job somewhere, and I mean he's high energy guy. I could see him doing a good job, depending on who he surrounds himself with as coaches.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of a big tell on how his career would go as a head coach.
Yeah, I do think that he could do very well. I just don't see it in the cards for him to be the next head coach for UW.
No, I agree. So like my list wasn't for UW specifically. It was just kind of like.
Okay. Yeah. No, great head coach.
Yeah.
Great head coach, I think.
Cool. What else we got? Anything else going on?
No, national duels are. There's nothing else to look at. National duels are coming up. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's true.
It's nothing else. There's nothing else there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Big Cheese. Last thing.
Oh yeah, should we talk about that match?
Yeah, talk about the Scoles match. You know what? Because I did my I watched that match today, and I did my practice in Baraboo yesterday with all my high school kids, and they were telling me they're all Wisconsin kids, and they were like, yeah, it's kind of like home cooking.
But I watched the match last night, and I would say that I think 90% of the match was reffed correctly.
Yeah, 90. And look, I mean, you gotta adjust for the 10%. 10% of bad calls. But honestly, really, the only thing, like when I rewatched that match, it's like the only thing that's there that's maybe questionable is that last stalling call.
Yeah.
He was clearly backing out of bounds.
Yeah, I just think that with Scoles' style switch up kind of mid-match, like earlier in the match, his pressure was phenomenal, clearing hands, faking, hitting attacks, getting him out of bounds that way.
Yep.
Those are all-day stalling calls.
Yeah.
All day. I think towards the end, after Eggum had kind of gotten the lead, Scoles had switched his style up to just be like, I'm pushing you out now. And I think once you kind of get to that point, you got to hit Scoles at least just once to be like, hey, you got to wrestle. You can't just push, right? And I honestly, there was still like 45 seconds left. He might have still gotten another stall call. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think the ref in that case, who I actually think is a pretty good ref. Like I know a lot of people are pissed off at him.
Right.
I think he's actually a pretty decent ref, honestly. I think at that point you give Scoles that one warning, like, hey, you're pushing, right?
Yeah.
And then at that point you still got 45 seconds left. We'll see how Eggum responds to that.
I totally understand if I was Eggum's coach, I would be pissed. I'd be like, why are we doing these stall calls like this? Yada, yada, yada. But as a
Yeah.
fan, I'm going, yeah. Like, you walked out of bounds like 5 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah.
be prepared.
If that was college, it was definitely a stall out.
Yeah, if it's exactly, I guess that's maybe the way I'm looking at it. But like, if it's college, you're getting stalled out every time.
Yep.
And it also probably has something to do with the fact that I want to push out anyway. So I'm like,
Yeah, you do
you're
wanna push
backing out. Like,
I was gonna say I knew kind of where your stance was going to be on this, just simply because of your views on the push out.
yeah,
But I would say like earlier in the match that one takedown that they gave pretty quick, I do think that there was reaction time. I wouldn't have given the takedown. I think later on in the match when he had the cradle locked up, I thought that was a takedown. I
For
thought
sure,
that
takedown,
that was
yeah,
a
yeah,
makeup
okay,
call
yeah.
from earlier in the match, in my opinion. So I think the score is relatively the same.
Okay.
If you get it.
there was a makeup call earlier in the match.
No,
Earlier
I'm
in the
saying they gave a takedown earlier that was quick, I thought. So we were here, not we. Scoles right here as Eggum's getting behind him, catching the foot, but then he comes back up here and breaks free.
Yep.
They're supposed to give a little bit more reaction time. Maybe there was enough. I probably would have let it go a little bit, not given a takedown.
All right.
But I think later on in the match, you get a guy on a hip with the cradle locked up. That's a takedown.
Yeah, yeah.
All day.
I thought that was for sure a takedown, unquestionably. And they went and talked about
His butt was still in the center of the circle. It's got to be a takedown. So I mean, regardless, the score would have stayed the same if they switched those two.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm in even Wisconsin people were saying, yeah, it was kind of not really a great call. I watched the match and thought it looked kind of maybe the last stalling call wasn't right. He was looking like he was attempting to get back in the center. Was he really attempting? I don't know. But I thought I was like, yeah, that's it. That's probably the match.
Maybe we can do another poll on our Instagram and just kind of be like, who thinks this match should have gone this way, or like who agrees with all stalling calls and who doesn't, and then we can kind of like see like the public's perspective of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited for that too.
That'd be great.
But you got anything else?
No, I think it's a good place to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. I'm Evan Wick.
Patrick Spray.
You guys are watching Washed Up.